Hi, I'm Charmaine. I am a third year student at St Mary's and I am running for SU President. Now, I did do an official video for my campaign for my student union, but no matter how much I practiced, nerves still completely took over. We also only got 60 seconds and I don't think that's a great deal of time to try and get across what it is, well, my message essentially. So we thought we'd try a different tack. We'd do another one in the comfort of my own home, hopefully tame the nerves a bit. And it just gives me a little bit more time to say the things I want to say. So, SU President, this is a job I really, really, really want. And I feel it's very much a continuation of some of the work that I've actually already been doing. I don't know if any of you recall a group of people who crazily sat outside the ref in the cold for weeks and weeks and weeks on end. Well, that was me. Those were my friends, and we were collecting signatures for a petition. We were attending protests and emailing hundreds of people and attending umpteenth meetings, and this went on for a very long time. But what we were actually doing is we were campaigning for the rights of the students at St Mary's, even if you weren't aware of it. Because we feel that, well, we love St Mary's, we really do, and we love the students at St Mary's. And we feel that they weren't being adequately represented and they weren't being taken seriously. You weren't being taken seriously. I certainly wasn't being taken seriously. And we feel that given the amount of money that we pay to go to St Mary's, we sign up for a student experience. And that student experience has got to be St Mary's #1 priority. It's really not up for negotiation. It's their job. They're there to facilitate us, not the other way around. So we were standing up for the rights of the students, trying to make sure that we couldn't be undervalued, we couldn't be disregarded, because we matter. Not only do we matter, we are St Mary's. So we spent months on end campaigning, and we've actually had some amazing results. Some of you may know, some of you may not. It's probably better not to go into it in too much detail online. If anyone wants to ask, come and ask. But we have had some absolutely amazing results, and there's lots of changes taking place at St Mary's now, and we're really quite proud of that. And quite frankly, I'd really love to just keep representing the students of St Mary's. I really, really would. So anyway, enough with that. What do we want to do? Well, I'm kind of co-running as such with my friend Heather, who is up for Vice President of Student Welfare, a position that's currently mine. Going to a very worthy young lady, so vote for Heather. We are running our campaigns together, and so we just quickly like to kind of gloss over some of the things that we'd like to do. Get the boring stuff out of the way first. We'd really like to get an official SMUC policy drawn up, which guarantees students adequate consultation and adequate feedback period anytime a major decision is made. This is something that should already be in place. It's in place in most universities. Why we don't have one, it's beyond me. We should have one. It protects you. And why not? You should be protected. So we'd like to get one of those in place. We would also like to really focus on student welfare and mental health issues, because it's so undercatered for at St Mary's at the moment. There's no full-time counsellor. There's a massive waiting list if you do want to talk to anyone. And the problem is, when you find yourself in a situation where you do want to talk to someone, it's normally a matter of urgency. Stress waits for no man. A 3-month waiting list is not going to do anyone any good. People also don't know where to go to for advice. If they find themselves in trouble on campus, where do you go? No one actually seems to know this. So we need far, far more focus pouring into that. We're thinking, maybe some support groups running, a trained welfare rep in every school at least. There should definitely be some kind of full-time counsellor on campus. So this is stuff that we'd really like to work on. So, okay, that's the kind of boring stuff out of the way. Let's talk about some of the more fun stuff. SU bar. Really need to do something about the student union bar. I was at St Mary's in 2006, and let me tell you, that bar was so different. It was thriving. It was packed. It was packed almost every night. And then when I came back, and there were these posters up saying, "Save your SU bar," I was like, no way. What has gone on here? It is an amazing space. We need to get students wanting to go there. This is the key. What is there? What will get the students back into that bar? So a couple of ideas that we have. We'd like to get some tournaments going, some competitive tournaments. lots of competitive men and women on that campus get involved. Something like darts tournament, pool tournament, ping pong tournament, you know, get a proper competition. Teams that enter officially, knockout rounds, prizes to be won. It's also a great live music venue. I went to an acoustic night in there the other day and it was great fun. It was great. The vibe was amazing. It's a really good space for live music. So get some more live music in, get some acts that one day, you never know, they might be huge and you can say, I was there at the beginning when they were at St Mary's. It was the beginning for them. So, you know, it's make more of our bar. It is our bar. And the more money you spend in the bar, the more it kind of goes back into the university. It's like the cycle of the SU. So it benefits everyone, really. We'd also like to kind of get an incentive scheme up and running to get students far more involved in the creative direction and planning of all the events that go on. They are your events. No one knows better than students what students want. That's a fact. One man sat behind a desk. One woman sat behind a desk. Didn't really do myself any favours there. One woman sat behind a desk. It's all good and well, but it's not as good as, you know, 400 heads are better than one. If you have a great idea, if you think, wow, okay, last event I went to, not so great, I have a really good idea, bring it to us. Bring it to us. Show us what you want to do. And, you know, if we follow through with it, if the event goes and takes place and it's a big success, you should be rewarded for that. There should be some kind of reward in there for you. Final details to be worked out, but we're not just, I mean, it'd be fantastic for you to be able to put it on your CV that you've done this, which you will then be able to do, but there should be some kind of, you know, real incentive. You know, everyone likes to be paid in one way or another for their hard work, so let's get that up and running. You know, be paid to party. We're, you know, still got to smooth out a few wrinkles in the whole design of this, but I think it's a really good idea. Get the students involved, get them back into the centre of what's going on in your bar. Why not? I've been to so many events and parties where I've looked around and thought, oh, I could do so much better than this. And, you know, pick money where your mouth is. That's all I'm saying. So that was another one of our ideas. We really like the idea of some kind of smuck marketplace, you know, a la eBay. I have so many books piled up that are brand new, really expensive, don't need any more, need to buy new books, don't have any money. We'd really like to get something online where students can sell the books, the sports equipment that they have lying around, they don't need, could raise some cash from it, could put it towards whatever book you need, put it towards your next pint at the SU, whatever you want really, but you know, that's the general idea, get a smuck marketplace going. We'd also like to kind of have a look at, there's a loan laptop scheme in the LRC which no one seems to know about. This is really bizarre. No one actually seems to know that there's a loan laptop scheme. It's probably a good thing given there's about 4,000 students on campus and there's about 3 laptops available, which is just, it's a really nice idea in theory, but with 3 laptops there's a monumental waiting list. So, I mean, promotion at that uni is pretty poor anyways. This is another thing that can be worked on, promoting the services that are actually there that nobody seems to know about. So we'd like to look into that as well. So these are just a couple of things that we'd like to do. We just really, I really want to be a part of making your time at St Mary's absolutely magnificent. It should be. I mean, not only are you paying a ridiculous amount of money to be there, especially you newbies, sorry about that, it is just a crazy amount of money. You know, you should be getting your money's worth. You should be having the best time of your life there. So I would love to be involved in that. I'd love to be involved in making sure you have the best nights, whether they're going off to McCluskey's, whether it's at Simstock, whether it's a Thursday night in the SU. Have a great time. I mean, I'm in the SU all the time. Love it in there. Could be better, they could be so much better. Or whether it's knowing that I can walk into that academic board meeting and deal with the people that, you know, the SU president would have to deal with. You have to deal with student services. You have to deal with senior management. You know, become very accustomed to dealing with them recently. You need someone strong and vocal who will go in there and represent you as best they can. And I want to do this. That's all I can really say. So, we've been advised to push our campaign slogan as much as we can, and it sounded really good when I first came out with it. It's starting to sound ever so like a really kind of cheesy American style campaign slogan, you know, Obama, Clinton, all that jazz. But I'm going to go with it anyway. So, as our slogan says, mine and Heather's, don't hope for the best, vote for the best. And that is definitely Heather and myself. So Heather for Vice President of Student Welfare, Charmaine for SU President. And I will do my absolute best for you. That is the one thing I can promise you categorically. Without question, I will work my polyester socks off for you. Okay, so get in there on Friday and vote for us two gals. That's me done now.